Hello and welcome to the Cybernetic Approach video, a sequel to the search for the perfect swing.
I am Javier Livas.
Hello and welcome to the Cybernetic Approach video. This is part one. What is the cybernetic approach?
Be enough. Just be enough. Go, little. Be good.
Oh,
Just be good.
I think it might
Come
be.
on.
This is Jordan Spieth, current #1 player in the world. It's him talking to his golf ball while it is in the air. You would think it is funny. You and I know that the laws of physics are relentless, and not once listen to our prayers. You cannot fool a golf ball, that's for sure. The truth is, there is a very good cybernetic reason why most golfers do that, as I will explain later in this video. Hello, I am Javier Livas and this is Golf, the Cybernetic Approach video, a sequel to the Search for the Perfect Swing book. A little bit of history first. In 1968, a great team of scientists and the Golf Society of Great Britain set out to study the physics of the game. They came out years later with a fantastic technical book on golf called The Search for the Perfect Swing. They wrote about the ballistics and aerodynamics involved in the ball's flight and the muscle power generated by the golfer. They measured the accuracy of the shots, probabilities of putts going in according to distance. They studied professional and amateur performances. It also described a model golfer as a two-lever system and studied the mechanics of the swing for maximum efficiency and so on. It still is a must-read for any serious golfer. I read it in 1970. It was mostly a physics approach to golf. The laws of physics and the mechanical stuff, however, do not explain the whole story. There is another set of laws that also apply, cybernetic laws. These are the laws of control, communication, and effective organization. Cybernetics is so powerful, it is behind the invention of computers. This is how we get the words cybercafe, cyberspace, cyberterrorism, cybersecurity, etc. The Search for the Perfect Swing book can also be described as an exercise in operations research, a precedent of cybernetics, but it did not say enough about control theory and the importance of feedback. I wrote the Cybernetic Approach, Continuous Improvement Cycle, because I thought it was a good sequel to the British book, to continue where they left off. By then, I had captured my amazing personal experience with the perfect plane swing machine I invented in the early 70s, the drawings shown here. A similar contraption became the SAM 2000 swing adjustable machine, whose ads helped finance the start of the Golf Channel during its infancy in 1995. In the Cybernetic Approach book, a golfer has a dialogue with a cybernetician, an expert in control theory. While they talk, all aspects of the game come together as a big complex system where everything depends on everything else and very valuable lessons emerge. In the back of my mind was the novel The Goal, written by Mr. Goldratt, about some hikers. He used it to teach ongoing improvement in business processes. By now, many of you may be asking, what on earth is the cybernetic approach? Can it help me lower my scores or not? Let me explain. Something as apparently simple as lifting a cup of coffee from a table involves cybernetic control. It involves a feedback mechanism to guide your movements. The cybernetic approach is a way of studying highly complex systems based on cybernetics, the science of control, communication, and effective organization. You will learn things that are important to golf, but nobody is even talking about them. Improving your game by at least 20% won't be a problem. I bet every healthy person could break 80 at least once in a while. Let me answer the question directly now in 5 stages. First, the cybernetic approach means that besides the mechanical and physical and the optimal use of energy, there is the purposeful part, a control part, a cybernetic connection to organizing and teaching yourself to play better golf. How to put the laws of physics to work for you? Control is achieved in 2 stages. First, your brain and mind control your body. And second, your body movements control the club and hopefully the ball. This cybernetic model works for companies as well. Second, the cybernetic approach means you consider a universe of all possible behaviors and then figure out how to produce only those you want. You block the bad and reinforce the good. USGA Golf is a small subset of all the games using a stick-like object and a ball, and PGA Tour Golf a smaller subset of that. Third, the cybernetic approach is thinking in terms of a black box and feedback. Black box is a way of linking inputs and outputs with correcting feedback to produce learning. Every swing, every hole, every round of golf produces valuable information. Feedback is anomaly detection and correction in real time if possible. Fourth, the cybernetic approach means building models to get answers. Most scientific research today does this. Not all science is Newtonian cause-effect science. In this video, we will explore the perfect swing model. And fifth, the cybernetic approach is finding the applicable neuroscience to the golf swing. Your brain and mind control your swing. This video is divided into 10 parts. We are on part 1. Part 1 is, as I said, what is the cybernetic approach, how the Search for the Perfect Swing book, the physics, and the cybernetic approach book, the control theory, fit together. Part 2 is golf is physics plus cybernetics. Get the physics right to apply proper controls. Part 3, a perfect swing exists. 2 swings can be mechanically different but produce the same results, so scientists conclude there is no perfect swing. When you think about control, the perfect swing plane appears. Part 4, Swing Machine Revelations. I present 3 sensational discoveries I made after using a perfect playing swing machine. Very relevant, but never mentioned anywhere else. Part 5, a 1-second swing on every shot. A 1-second swing works as a standard to compare against. The length of the backswing changes, but swing duration is kept constant during the downswing, including putting. Part 6, Know Thy Game. Pars, birdies, and bogeys are discrete entities. Difficulty is not. You must know the contribution or real value of each shot to be able to decide your best strategy. Part 7, the par formula and indifference curves. I present a universal standard of difficulty for any hole which is partially proportional to distance. Your ability produces your indifference curves, the spots on the course having the same degree of difficulty. Part 8 is perfect practice makes perfect. I describe how to optimize your practice. Part 9, record-setting putting style. The hole is not a round target. What it means for your putting strategy. This part of the cybernetic approach allowed me to set a putting record at the golf show in Las Vegas in 1997. Part 10, Golf, the Brain and the Mind Game. Neuroscience tells us that we are constantly building and rebuilding the world we see inside our heads. including our golf game. Watch out! Time and tension erase your internal body maps and create the yips. That is it. Sandy Pentland, an MIT professor and founder of social physics, recently wrote to me saying, "Cybernetics is like hair. It is everywhere." And he is absolutely right. Cybernetic laws are present everywhere there is a purpose of some sort to be achieved. Golfers everywhere need to find out more about what the cybernetic approach can do for them. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. All comments are welcome. This is the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.